What's going on, catchers? I know I've been away. I've been trying to rest up, but I am here for it. There's so much I want to talk to you about. Um, Listen, this whole Jackie Christie and Chantel, I know I've done, videos about this, but the season, of course, is, over. Um, and I am just so disappointed in Chantel. Um, Now, as I stated in my other video, I'm sure that there is things that went on in between the mother and daughter relationship. It sounds like, Jackie was living her life, wasn't as present apparently in their in her kid's life. She was chasing Doug during his career in the NBA. And you know Chantel shared her grievances, you know, um, and how much of a verbally um, abusive mom she is. Um, I think, still, she's still having issues with Jackie. Jackie is a very colorful individual. She's always needed for the franchise. She is one of the original basketball wives. We've heard disturbing things um, about Jackie with her oldest daughter, who had a tell all at one point. I don't know if she was able to get it published or not. I think she did, and it was taken off of Amazon. I don't know about that, but it was very eye opening. It was sad. And now Chantel is saying that she also went through um, a terrible experience and still going through things with her mom. Now, what I'm disappointed in, I really feel that this could have been done behind closed doors. Um, Even though I have to admit, I was like, oh, having Chantel on Basketball Wives, okay. Okay, so we get a different perspective on Jackie. But it just went too far because I'm not going to allow anyone um, to say anything bad or say the B word in regards to my mom or um, call her out of her name. I'm old school. No matter what my mother and I are going through, I will never raise my hand to my mom. My voice. Um, it's just I just believe in honor thy my parents, honor thy mother, thy father. I'm just old school. Well, Chantel, I feel like she came on this franchise, this season, to really take her mother down in a crazy way. This is her mother's job. Okay. Um, I didn't like the raising of the voice, the calling out of her name. I didn't like her castmates feeling comfortable doing that. That they were trying to support her, right? But there's a different way of supporting. Hey, I'll pray for you. I believe you guys should sit down and have lunch and talk about this, but not add fuel to the fire. Okay, so fast forwarding. Well, actually, I can't fast forward yet until I tell you about the scene of the finale when she went to swing at her mother. I, that was appalling. See, again, her grievances seem, like, okay, I understand why you're having um, a hard time forming a relationship with your mother, because she said something that kind of, my antennas kind of went up a little bit when she said that something happened to her traumatically and her mother didn't believe her. And I was like, whoa, I had a problem with that. But still, I just don't agree with raising your hand to your mother. There's got to be a better way. I'm sorry. So then, you know, on the episode, she claims that her mother, she told the cast members that her mother swung on her. Okay? First. Like she was the person that started the fight, and that's not true. That's not true at all. So one of the castmates, Ming Lee, who she was new this season, um, she is supposed to be, the girlfriend of Ty. Remember Ty from who was with Mimi Foss? She's a celebrated WNBA star. I think she's retired. I don't know if she's still playing. I don't think she is. But anyways, um, her and Ming Lee were together at one point, but on this past season, no. Ming Lee was like, no. She was dating a guy on the under, kind of low key. That was interesting. But anyway, excuse me. So Ming Lee, I'm on TikTok as I always do, minding my own business. And this is what she said. She says, listen, I feel that Chantel, well, Ming Lee says she feels manipulated by Chantel Christie and believes Chantel owes the ladies of, Basketball Wives cast an apology for lying about the altercation with Jackie Christie. I have to agree. What do you guys think? Click the subscribe button and comment about this, because she didn't tell the story right. She went up there in her nice, um, beautiful, I don't know if it was a peach or tangerine dress. Like she got dressed up for the occasion to go up there to get a moment. And it was just really, just very desperate to me. Her mother, Jackie, every time Chantel wanted to, ignite the fire, Jackie would walk away because she was like, I'm not doing this here. I'm not disrespecting you in front of everybody. We need to have this conversation offline, you know. And Chantel, again, needed a moment. Okay. She also had that interview with Carlos King. I need to finish it. I started and I think I fell asleep. But anyways, let me read some of these comments. It says, Basketball Wives for stepping up and calling Chantel out. Chantel was completely out of line and disrespectful in how she treated Jackie. Ming kept it real and didn't just go along with the mess. Much respect to her. That was someone that said that. Um, because Ming also apologized to Jackie. The cast members were um, really supporting Chantel, and they didn't like the way Jackie was handling it. They were just pretty much listening to Chantel and supporting her and on her side and not really being neutral. And so now that people, watch the series, the episodes, and to really see how she's moving, yeah, it makes you wonder, how does Doug feel about this? You know, during this season, you heard Chantel talking, I'm calling my daddy. Yeah. Like she was trying to get her mother in line. I'm calling my father. You know, he will take my side. Talking about Jackie's husband. It was just kind of weird. Um, Another person says, I can say what I want about my mom, but everyone else better watch their mouth. I feel the same way. That was Morgan. Um, and then someone said, Queen Bee said, Doug already knew that she was a liar. Oh, okay. Um, Ashley says, I agree with Ming. Something people are missing too is that in the Carlos King interview, Chantel says Jackie never connected, meaning she never landed her fist. She didn't actually hit her. So she did lie. Which is so odd. Why would you Anyways, King Soulful says, shout out to Ming for taking accountability and owning up that she was wrong. Yeah, Ming also apologized in this video to Jackie. She said, I'm sorry that I, went against you and pretty much sided with your daughter. And then Bria said, Ming ate this video up. And then Mariah says, they need a reunion because I need to hear a lot more apologies. What do you think, catchers? Because I mean, it. Like I said, I didn't believe the hype. Like I said, I do believe that Jackie needs to have a sit down with all her children that have their grievances, and they both need to come together. But how Chantel handled it, no. So, anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. Um, Bye.